going to pull up the music player application. We'll hit the multitasking key, tap down here to hit the music player. You can see I've already got something loaded. We can go back to the library, and it organizes music the way you would expect. You know, see different artists and stuff. Now I used Windows Media Player to load one of the albums, the one that's playing right now. But I use the Samsung included PC Studio. It's the new PC Studio, which quite frankly I'm not very impressed with. Now, while music's playing in the background, of course, there is a widget for managing the music. If I can find it here. There it is up top. You can jump right back to it by tapping on the widget again. So I would recommend using Windows Media Player to sync over your music. It worked infinitely better. It was faster and far more intuitive. The Samsung PC Studio doesn't support contacts, calendars, and all that kind of stuff. It's really just for media, and even the transcoding, it did a poor job. I tried encoding a couple of videos and went through with the conversion process just fine, but of course nothing worked. So you can see, and we'll pull up this video here. This was a converted video from DivX, an AVI file. This was a regular native DivX AVI file. It's not working. This one here I recorded myself using the built-in video camera. You can see it seems to work pretty well. One of the weird things though is, tap the screen here and get the control. When you run it to full screen, this isn't a widescreen thing. When it tries to fill it out and it stretches it, which makes it look very odd. But video quality is not bad. It's QVGA, I believe. It looks fairly smooth, so works pretty well. I'm going to take a quick look at the contacts application. You can see we have a pretty short list of contacts here. I can scroll around with my thumb if I like, but there's also this scrolling device which allows you to skip via index letters. So you can see the J was lit up because there's a contact that starts with a J. In this case it's John Doe, a record I added myself. You can see we can add pictures and all sorts of stuff like that. The contact editor is pretty decent. It works this way, of course. You can also use the QWERTY keyboard. I made this John Doe character here a favorite contact so as he could work with the favorites widget. You can see, the favorites, I only have 2 of them right here. If you tap on one, it gets activated here and you have quick access to calling, messaging, or video share if you have that service on your AT&T account. So we could send John Doe a message just by tapping on this, and there we go, it's already pre-addressed. Go into the message, and of course we're in ABC mode here. We can go to T9 predictive text and go, this is a test. But of course if we really wanted to do that, better way to do it is to use the QWERTY keyboard. Where's the period? There it is. So, quick look at the messaging and the contacts. I've dimmed the lights here so you can get a real look at the quality of the display. You can also see the backlighting on the keyboard. So I'll pull the display up a little closer so you can see it. Pull up the main menu, which is a series of colored icons on a black background, which is the way an AMOLED display looks best. Go through the menu here just so you can see what we're looking at in terms of scrolling. There's a vibration every time one of these items appears on the screen, so you get some sort of tactile feedback as to what's going on. It still needs to be a little bit higher frame rate for the animations and stuff, but it's pretty decent. It's easy to navigate. It sticks with your finger pretty well, as you can see. There's a bunch of settings for specific for application settings, all kind of in here in a central location, which is pretty decent. If I can get in a little closer, you can maybe get a better look and see that they're actually colored icons. It's a little difficult for the camera to track right here, though. Let's see what else we got. Here's the display settings. Right now we're at maximum brightness. That's minimum brightness. Not a huge difference. I mean, it's a bright display no matter how you look at it. Of course, you can change the wallpapers here, but you know, the widget's probably an easier way to do so. Main menu, of course, works vertical orientation as well when the device is closed.